The sun was setting as Cat stepped into his backyard, a familiar routine after a long day. But this evening was different. At the base of an old oak tree, a tiny bundle of fur lay motionless, barely visible in the dim light. As he drew closer, Cat realized it was a baby raccoon. For hours, Cat waited, hoping the mother would return. The raccoon's chest rose and fell weakly, and his tiny paws twitched as if grasping for something no longer there. By nightfall, the mother was still nowhere to be seen, and Cat knew the little creature wouldn't survive the night alone. Gently scooping up the fragile raccoon, Cat carried him inside. He named him Loki, a nod to the mischief he imagined the raccoon might bring if he survived. But the first few days were grim. Loki was dehydrated, riddled with parasites, and too weak to eat on his own. Cat nursed him tirelessly, feeding him from a bottle 5 times a day and tending to his injuries. Slowly, Loki began to gain strength. His bright eyes started to follow Cat wherever he went, and his tiny paws reached out whenever Cat was near, as if tethered by an invisible bond. Months passed, and Loki grew from a frail baby into a spirited young raccoon. Cat knew the time was nearing when Loki might return to the wild. He built a small enclosure in the yard, letting Loki explore freely while ensuring he could return whenever he wished. But something unexpected happened. Despite being old enough to fend for himself, Loki chose to stay. Each night he would climb the tree in the backyard, only to return by dawn, curling up beside Cat as if to say, "This is where I belong." Their bond deepened, and the pair became inseparable. Loki's playful antics filled the house with laughter, and Cat marveled at the loyalty of the wild animal he had saved. Then came the fateful day. Loki fell ill suddenly after a routine vaccination. Despite Cat's desperate efforts and countless visits to the vet, the complications were too severe. Loki passed away in Cat's arms, his once bright eyes now closed in peace. Cat buried Loki beneath the oak tree where he had found him, a place where the raccoon's life had both begun and ended. Loki's life had been short, but it was filled with love, care, and freedom. The kind of life that only a few, even among humans, are lucky enough to experience. If you liked the video, put like and subscribe to the channel, where you will find a lot of interesting things.